Hello and welcome to Big Orbit Games unboxing video of the new Future Card Buddyfight trial deck Scorching Sun Dragon. My name is Simon and I'll be doing the unboxing today. So what I'm going to do is just open it up and just show you what's inside. So this is the new trial deck D-SD01. This is for the new Buddyfight series Triple D, and this is the Dragon World deck. So it's 52 cards, 2 of which are reprints in there. You get your flag as well. And yeah, it just gets you started into the game. So if you're new to the game, this is, well, where you'd begin. So just show you everything you get in here. So obviously that's the deck, I'll go through that in a moment. So you get your life counter, so you start on 10 life, and this just slides out, and then you can slide it, oh, let the camera focus, up and down, and then flick it over if you've gained that much life. Show how much life you're on. So there we go. So that's your life tracker. If you don't want to use dice and stuff, these are quite good to use. You get a playmat inside here to help you with the placement of your cards. Oh, let's unfold that. So you've got your left and right and centre. You've also got where your flag and buddy goes, your drop zone in the deck, and then where you put your gauge, and even just a little turn progress chart down there so you can remember the way the turn goes. And on the back here we just have an advert because there's 3 new trial decks in total. This is the Scorching Sun Dragon one that I'm going through, but there's also a Star Dragon World and a Darkness Dragon World. So check those videos out because I'll be doing those as well later if you want to see what's in them. And then you get your introduction booklet. As you can see, it says read from this side because it goes in the sort of the Japanese order. So it's got an updated comic for those of you who've read the previous one. It's got the protagonist's new buddy Bal. I'm sure those of you who watch the anime, they will be much more up to date. And then it just goes through the cards in there, the different types, how to play the game. And for those who are ready to play Future Card Buddyfight, there is a new card type, which is the Impact Monster, but we'll get to that in a minute. In fact, he's actually on the top here, so we're going to be showing you that very quickly. So once I can get through this cellophane, this little tab is hiding here somewhere. I can... does it want to go that way? Oh, it wants to go that way, sorry. So, these prisons always keeping me away from my cards. So, there we go. Fought my way through. Just about. Almost. Mostly. There we go. Through the plastic. So here's the cards from the new deck, and right on the top we've got one of the new Impact Monsters. So these are played in your Impact phase. So this is after the attacks, just before the end of the turn. And this is Bal Dragon Balgrand Strike. So this counts. It goes onto one of your circles just like a monster normally would, just in a horizontal position. This one in particular is a cool cost, which is 2 gauge, and put a Sun Dragon monster from your field into your gauge. So it's effectively 1 gauge, you just need the 2 to start with. And it has Penetrate, which is useful because it's 7,000 power, 5,000 defense, and 3 critical. So this goes on your field horizontally, and when you attack, you turn it vertically. So slightly different orientation to your normal cards, but otherwise it acts just like a normal monster, really. Just played during the impact phase, so that's an interesting one. So you get one of those in the nice hollow in there, which is cool. Let's double check. We get another 2, or is it 3? Have I got the cards stuck yet? So we get 4 in total. There's your flag, by the way. So we get 4 of those in total, one of them in the nice hollow, and then 3 normal ones in there as well. So going through the rest of the deck, we also get a hollow Flaming Sky Cavalry Dragon Blazing Sun. So this is a size 3 monster. This is your big boss of the deck. Kind of looks slightly reminiscent of a certain Digimon. I'll let you tell me in the comments which one it is if you can remember. 7,000 power, only 3,000 defense, but with 4 critical, which is phenomenal. He costs 3 gauge to play, so it's a bit of a hefty cost. And he does have 3 different abilities down here. So the first one, if your opponent does not have a monster in the centre, this card gets defense plus 4,000. So this is useful for keeping himself alive, and there are cards in here which help you remove monsters in the centre. And he also has move and penetrate. So you can, at the start of your phase, you can, at the start of the attack phase, you can move him around, and the penetrate is useful for hitting through that centre if they have got it defended. So if they have got it defended, because he has that 4 critical. So you get one nice big shiny one there. And we've got another one as well, so you get 2 in total. Next card we have is Giant Flare Dragon. So this is a size 2, 7,000 power, 4,000 defense, but only 2 critical now. Core cost is a gauge, and when this card enters the field, destroy the monster on your opponent's center. I did say there was a way to free up that center, didn't I? So we've got 4 of those in there. Next up we have Shine Claymore Dragon. No ability on here, just a solid size 2, 6,000 power, 3,000 defense and 3 crit. Just a solid all-round beat stick. Low defense, but good on the attack. And we have 4 of those in there. Then we have Mesagroot Dragon. Again, vanilla, no abilities, 4,000 power, 2,000 defense, 2 critical and it's size 1. So continuing the theme of high attacking, high damage, but with low defense. And we have 4 of those in there. We have Mirror Blade Dragon, another size 1, 3,000 power, 1,000 defense with 2 crit. But if your opponent does not have a monster in the center, this card gets critical +1. So imagine having 3 of these guys out and taking out your opponent's monster in the center. Oof, that's some damage coming through. Sadly, you do only get 2 of those in there though. I wonder why. We have Vivid Flash Dragon, another size 1, 3,000 power, 1,000 defense with a critical of 2. And when this card enters the field for this turn, all cards on your opponent's field get defense -2,000. Useful for wiping your opponent's board or potentially even pushing through that monster in the center. And again, 2 of those. We have Light Shield Dragon, size 1, 3,000 power, 6,000 defense this time with 1 crit. No ability, it's vanilla, but this is good for sticking in your center as a defensive reaction. You get 2 of those. We have Bright Hammer Dragon, size 1, 2,000 power and 1,000 defense, so low on the fighting stats, but with 2 crit and the penetrate ability, so his damage is going through, so this guy is just a decent hitter. We get 4 of those. Hot Dragon Jr., again vanilla, no abilities, 3,000 power, 2,000 defense and 1 crit, but it is a size 0, so not bad stats for a size 0. We get 2 of those. So that's all your monsters for the deck, and don't forget the impact monsters as well. So here we have some of the spells. So Draconic Grimoire, this is a reprint, everything else has been new so far. This is a reprint though from a previous thing, it's from a trial deck and a promo. So it's a spell, you can only cast it if you have 5 or less life. Discard your entire hand, then draw 3 cards. Yeah, you can only do 1 of these per turn. This is very useful as well if your hand has burnt out and this is the last card in your hand, because you're not even really discarding anything. So we have these cards are very tightly packed together. I think there's just the one there. It just feels a bit thick, that was all. So we have 3 of those in there. Blessing of the Sun. So this is a new spell, and put the top card of your deck into your gauge. Then if you have a Sun Dragon on your field, put the top 2 cards of your deck into your gauge. And Sun Dragon is one of the new types, one of the new attributes, sorry, which we see on some of the new cards. So it just helps for your gauge, which is useful because some of these guys, like your big boss here, Mr. Flaming Sky Cavalry, requires 3 to play. So we get 2 of those. We have Shine Energy, new spell. It's a counter, so you get to choose a Sun Dragon, thankfully the deck's full of them, in battle, and for this battle it gets plus 3,000 power, plus 3,000 defense, and counter attack. So with that bonus on top of it, it's more than likely going to be able to not only survive the attack, but also kill your opponent in return. You get 4 of those. Green Dragon Shield, this has been reprinted in several trial decks and as a promo throughout, and it's a very good card, so I'm not surprised it's been printed a lot. So it's a spell that you can only cast during an attack on your opponent's turn, and if you do not have a monster in the center, a counter, null the attack and you gain a life. Nice and simple, flat out nulls the attack, even if it's a link. If you've got someone like the Flaming Sky Cavalry, you put him in your center attack, and then shift him over using move. And we have 4 of those. We have the Sun Dragon Shield, so this is a new shield for the Dragon World. You can only cast this during an attack on your opponent's turn, and if you do not have a monster in the center, and you have a Sun Dragon on your field, so again, working with Flaming Sky Cavalry's move ability. Counter, null the attack, as a shield should, but put the top card of your deck into your gauge and gain a life. If you have 2 or more Sun Dragons on your field, this card can't be nullified itself. Fantastic. And we have 2 of those in there. Then we're on to the items. So we have, first of all, Sunfist Rising Knuckle. It's 5,000 power, 2 critical, costs 2 gauge as well to play, and it has the penetrate ability. So if you are keeping your centre free, you can use this to swing through and do some damage. Or with the 5,000 power and the penetrate, use it to open up that centre. Then we have Sunblade Daylight, slightly weaker version, 3,000 power and 2 crit with no abilities. So at least there's no cost to play it either. So we get 4 of those in there. And that is all the different cards from the deck. So it's quite a straightforward Dragon World deck. It's just lots of beat sticky monsters, high power, decent criticals. You've got several penetrate abilities and stuff in there. The idea of this deck is just to punch through into your opponent as fast as you can. And if they do happen to wipe your field out, you can play impacts, or if you can get your big boss guy out, fantastic. A couple of cards in there, as I mentioned as I was going through, that you should probably look at doubling up if you've bought this deck and wanted to slowly expand it. So grabbing 2 copies of this might be an idea. And again, because of the only cards in there, there's only 2 different cards in there which are reprints. It's all new, so even then, if you umming and ahhing, it's such a low price point, I'd recommend highly grabbing this. So there we go. That is the Scorching Sun Dragon trial deck. So hopefully you've enjoyed watching. Remember, all the cards you've seen here can be bought and sold online on our website, bigorbitcards.co.uk, as individual cards. Remember to like and subscribe so you can check it out later when I do the unboxing for the other 2 trial decks as well from the new Triple D series. And that's bye from me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.